And we're live, but my screen on my tablet just cut out. That's hilarious.
Oh no.
It'll be like
But we're live, right?
timing. And give me one moment.
Take 2 moments. I got plenty of moments to give.
And here we go. There we go. All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm here with Hobby Vices, and I'm going to do a paint over. He's going to hobby it up, and we're going to talk and get to know each other.
We're going to have a
good
good
time. All right. Now, we got Rogal Dorn here, who at first I wasn't sure. I'm like, I think it is. I'm still not familiar enough to be like, I'm pretty sure he had the
That's my boy.
I know. So you sent me 3 pictures, and they were all whatchamacallit?
They were all yellow. Imperial Fist.
All yellow. I like the other one too. This one I wanted
that Dreadnought one was kind of cool.
Yeah, I was still debating. I'm like, do we do this one? But the other
cool
one
effects on that
so
one.
epic. It's a good photo. I like this angle. That weathering
do that one
is
next
cool
time
too. Yeah, here we go. I think I'm gonna do with this one. I got them cleaned up. I took the background off.
Yeah, I saw that. Saving some time for your late night marathon.
I was like, I don't know. I'm like, good thing I feel good. I was like, I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm like, let me get a clue. And I think I know. He's got that nice like shadow under his cape and legs. Mm-hmm. So I want something kind of brighter there. But I'm going to kind of make the gold armor glow a bit. So I kind of want darker shadow behind like his shoulder pad and his head. So that's, as of now, my plan. What are you working on?
I'm just making some terrain. Something I do frequently when I need to do something mindless without devoting. Because if I start building like a marine or something, I'll put the wrong arm on while I'm talking to you.
Yeah,
this can't mess it up.
What game system?
40K. I'm doing this for my school club that I run. We need some new terrain.
Really?
So here it is.
Oh, that's cool. Do you predominantly 40K, or do you play any of the other systems, or what?
I actually got into Warhammer Fantasy a long time ago, like 25 years ago. And I played that forever. And I got in at 40K mostly after college. Played a little bit in high school, but 40K right now would probably be my biggest thing. Got a 30K army that I'm trying to play.
Do you play any of the, was it Age of Sigmar or the Warcry?
I don't play, but I have an army for Age of Sigmar. I have a Stormcast army that I've slowly been building, and it's I need to use it. I haven't used it.
Well, yeah, we had this whole year come up.
Right.
So you have been playing a while.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little.
There, I think I got some red. That'll look good.
So I was watching some of your other videos, and I was gonna say, like, I love to hear the thought process, like of you talking it out and saying like the composition and the lighting, all that kind of stuff, like planning it out ahead of time.
Gotcha.
Because sometimes you watch these streams and people don't do that, and it's pretty valuable to hear.
Okay, because I was wondering, I'm like, I think I got to do some streams specifically with that on a breakdown, but it's good to know so I get some feedback on that, because I don't really technically know what makes a good live stream yet. You know? So
just do it, man. That's all it takes.
Feedback.
Yeah, get live feedback.
The steps. Did you just decided to make these green? Like it was it from like a story?
Yeah. No, so I knew I wanted the Martian red dirt, which is on my troops for the army, like you saw in the Dreadnought.
Yep.
And I wanted something just a high contrast with that and the cloak and things like that, just to kind of make it pop. Because like gray or something, just kind of wash it out.
That was one of the reasons I picked this one. Is like, I'm like, oh, I can make that shine or sparkle, almost like it's not magical you know, marble, but you know,
just like some high gloss marble.
Yeah, some sort of thing. I was like, okay, cool. It's got the good green against the red, so it was good color combos.
Works for me.
And I picked, so I basically picked a teal background because the I know I want the bright shoulder pads. I'm going to put some light. You already have some light on his arm, so I'm going to make that really bright. And I figured that's going to be a goldish, so I wanted it against like something teal. You know, so I looked on, you know, just color wheel. You're kind of close enough to what that was, and I wanted it dark, so I was going to go dark teal. And I figured the teal goes good with the green because it's basically just green with more blue to make it dark, you know. And I can make the sparkles come up. And then if he has like some orange, you know, burning flame or like the light source, that it goes good with the yellow and gold. So that was my thought on the color scheme. Everyone, I
concur.
I love everyone's minis. I stare all like, this thing is so cool.
It's cool to see him painted up though, like this, like adding that, you know, dimension to it. I guess the realism.
It's like, you know. But now in the dire, have you ever played with this actual guy?
No, I haven't. So I actually got him as a Christmas gift for my Secret Santa last Christmas, not this one that just passed, with one prior to that. And then the pandemic hit, so no.
I had so much fun with that Secret Santa event. So thanks for hosting that, because that was actually a lot of fun.
That's my pleasure.
I had a blast. It was fun seeing everyone get so hyped up.
Right. Yeah, dude. Some people do it big.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the amount of energy and the fun. You know, everyone's like, okay, I get to give someone something, and
some weird candy from like Chile or something. Oh, that's weird.
This thing is awesome. Oh, Miniatures Apothecary. Good evening, gentlemen. Guess who's still awake? Yeah, you are. That's a special time zone by you. Thanks for checking in.
Oh, is there a chat that I'm not seeing?
Yeah, that was my second live guest, and he happened to have YouTube open and was checking, you know, comments and stuff. And I was kind of into the drawing at the time, and when that happened, I was like, oh, I can see how it could work with a guest, you know, because I don't even know.
Oh, for sure.
Like having someone on my stream, I'm not used to something like that, you know.
A variety show. It's good.
Yeah, I was like, I can have someone on and, you know, have them talk, and, you know, that might give me a break for drawing and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a good idea to have somebody with you, whether it's a podcast or this, or doing it in pairs is always better than by yourself.
Have you ever podcasted or anything?
Yes, off and on. So a buddy of mine, Dan, and I have a podcast, but the pandemic and just life and all the stuff has happened, so we only recorded like 2 episodes.
Okay,
but coming soon, we'll be out there.
Good. I've been listening to more and more. I never did much podcasts or even YouTube videos or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I started, you know, just listening, and then, you know, through catching up more on the hobby and stuff like that, you just start picking them up.
It's definitely a part of the community some people just don't engage with, but it's definitely a big part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're good. You know, you find the ones that kind of fit. There's a couple I follow now, and, you know, you catch the show and you just, the content fits you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just engaging.
Like these live streams, I don't know how they would fit in, but I figure it's kind of like what you're doing. Like if you're hobbying and you can catch the stream while you're doing it, I think it's cool.
Right.
Because it's not like anything, you know, pre-planned or scripted or anything. And I get a chance to catch up on stuff. Do you even know how many points this character would be in a 40K game?
So in a 40K game, you probably couldn't use him as Rogal Dorn. In 30K, he is an amount that I can't remember. It's a couple hundred, pretty big, because he's big time.
What's the equivalent? Like, what would be a vehicle be that would be equivalent points wise to him? Scale.
I'm guessing, the 30K community is going to see this and like laugh at me because I've never played a 30K game in my life. But
you don't have to. You don't know.
Probably no. I'm going to get it. I'm going to guess. I'm going to say like he's 350 maybe in that ballpark. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less.
I never play. I'm just wondering, like, is he like points wise? Does he cost like a Land Raider or something or more? I would assume.
Yeah, I mean maybe just a basic Land Raider. Because you have Gilliman for 40K that's available, and he's about that cost, I believe.
Oh, he is available in 40K.
Yeah, he was in like this stasis field for 10,000 years, and
oh yeah, I knew he came back.
They opened him up.
Part of the reason I'm like, yeah.
I'm just waiting for Dorn to come back.
Yeah.
Give me my baby.
I'm still waiting for my first was the Space Wolf, so I'm waiting for.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, that's a prevailing theory right now that Games Workshop's going to bring him back.
That would be cool to see. I started catching up on some of the. I got a couple audio books and stuff just to kind of see what's going on, in the world.
Oh yeah. Which ones have you listened to lately?
The last one I got done was the mechanic or the Great Works of Belsarius Call.
Okay, cool.
Wait, Polar Muffin. Hey, it's the boys. Hello, Polar Muffin. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Polar. I can't see any kind of chat, so I don't know if I'm missing something or.
Oh yeah, might want to pull.
That's not available to me. As a. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Oh, you can't see the live chat?
I don't think so, unless it's
weird.
It's something. It's fine. I can probably open up on my phone.
Huh. I'm gonna do.
Let's see here.
Nice shiny armor. He's got that nice gold armor, and I haven't played with a heavy gold armor, and I wanted to.
I'm happy to oblige. Oh, there we go. So I've got to pull up my phone now so I can see the chat.
Oh, thank you. Really good.
Hand glove, please. Thanks, Apothecary. I worked kind of hard on them. Easy to paint. Super easy. Just hand them a gold and wash them up.
That's what I need. I gotta do enforcers. I bought enforcers, right? And I don't know 6 months ago or something. And I get the box. I'm like, okay, I'll open them up. Check them out. I opened them up. I looked at how tiny the details are now and stuff. I just laughed. I put them back in the box.
That's a lot. Yeah, just put it back. Just slowly push it back to the closet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening right now.
Yeah.
Is this? It's an Iron Warrior, the downed one.
It is, yeah. So all the art and all the official stuff with him, it was the Alpha Legion. That's a cop out to me. It's got to be an Iron Warrior because they're terrible and they need to die.
This floor is going to be cool.
I just want to paint some stripes on his shoulder.
What's the last figure you painted?
Ooh, the last figure. So I painted these last night, little templates. But
oh, okay.
The last figure I painted was probably April of 2020. Oh God, I don't even know. It's probably a Space Marine.
Something Space Marine Primaris type deal.
Death Guard. No, Death Guard. It was a Death Guard Poxwalker.
The Death Guard stuff has been really cool. Nox, Nox, the worst looking Lehman Russ I've ever seen. Yeah, he's a little bit shaven in this one.
Yes. Clip those shoes.
right, let me there. Oh, this is gonna be cool. I think I could pull it off. Yeah, you got
I
a
think
good,
you
you
can
got
too.
good photo angles. Do you have art training or any like you? Do you?
Yeah, I'm actually an art instructor.
Are you?
So
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
but it's fun. I enjoy it, and that's why I said I like hearing your process, right? The way you're
Mm-hmm.
setting it all up and all that kind of stuff. Because digital painting and things is foreign to me. Like when I was in school, it was traditional,
That's what I
painting,
did.
printmaking. Yeah. So all this, it's a learning curve, like Photoshop and all these programs.
Polar muffin because iron warriors are weak iron within, more like meat within. What about the Memorials, the ones? Oh, it's glowing eyes and sparks.
Yes.
In this, what I watched, so I wanted to catch some tutorials on miniature painting,
Mhm.
and I found a couple, and it was really interesting because I've painted by hand before, but it's never like clicked like I was doing this. It's very much the same layering you almost do on a miniature. You're sort of doing the same thing with this. You know,
Yeah.
you're putting it in and you're either putting light on something, or just darkening it a
Right.
bit, and you're just stacking those layers to make it
Yeah.
good.
And that's honestly all it is. And if you have, in arts training at all, or if you took an art class like in high school or college or anything, like all these people are like, yeah, non-metallic metal painting styles, like the super hard thing to do. And
Yeah,
for people like you or me, it's like, no, that's just how you paint metal. Like
yeah,
you
it's just
just put
light.
the
Yeah,
shadows and the reflections and all that kind of stuff. So if you think about it more in terms of painting on a flat surface like you are, or on a canvas, and you apply that to miniatures, it changes the way that you paint for the better, in my opinion. Just have
yeah.
that perspective of it.
I know there's some amazing. There's so many. You know, I hadn't played in a long time, so it's the hobby has just evolved. And now he was so niche,
Yeah,
and now it's like some $1 billion company.
yeah, right. I mean, the past 10 years, 20 years, it's turned into this thing that it was not when I was starting out. It's very different, very very different.
Yeah. All right, let me. I don't know how annoying the tapping is or how I solve that. I think when I
I
had
don't
the
think it's annoying.
headphones on, it might have been quieter. So I gotta do some playbacks because sometimes I'm tapping it pretty hard. The I wish so. I have a Cintiq Companion tablet, which it's a full
Hmm.
PC on the Cintiq,
Yeah,
and I love the tooth on that screen. So when you use that pen, it has a little bit of tooth on the screen.
yeah.
The iPad, I absolutely love the device and pretty much use it
It's
all the
too
time,
smooth.
but it's a little waxy. It feels like the screen
Yeah.
feels waxy.
I wonder if you could get like a clear
I I think
textured
someone did.
thing.
Yeah, I think they do, but I get all scared. I'm like, I don't want to put it on my.
Right. Like $1,000 iPad.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Oh, this is cool. And thanks for joining us, everyone. Appreciate it. It's a late night. No one in the UK is. Oh no! What am I talking about? Miniature Apothecary made it.
Oh, see over there.
Yeah, that's what
What's
I was
it's
saying.
got to be what 2 a.m. over there right now.
Yeah, burn the midnight oil.
Let me see.
I'll put light coming off the steps in those highlight parts. Kind of like little reflecting lens flares or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
I learned so much from their color schemes, because I spent so much time now looking at everyone's miniatures. I don't even want to know how many hours a day I'm staring at miniatures. It's out of control. But everyone's approaches, and there's a lot who like amateurs, they'll feel kind of bad about their paintings, but what's funny is I learned some of the most from them. They'll try a lot of cool things and have a lot of stuff going on that you don't even see from like, hardcore seasoned professionals. They're like trying something different, and I'll gain a lot of stuff from that. So that's been a real big unexpected.
That's good. Yeah. Just learning from other people's a pretty big thing.
We got a lot of stuff going on.
Always improve.
I got it. I bought some already like painted minis, and just to play. I was like, well, it was offering a good Lonely Havoc. I got them off Lonely Havoc.
Oh, okay.
So I bought some Beastmen because I wanted to practice, photography. I don't even have them. I'm painting over. I've done over 300 paint overs. I never even painted over one of mine. So I was like, and I still had to practice with the photos, but I still haven't even unpacked the full box of them yet.
It's more stuff for the pile. That's all.
Yeah, with my airbrush compressor and
right. Yeah, I've got one now. It's on the way.
Oh yeah, you ordered your airbrush?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, good deal.
So,
it seems like for terrain and stuff, it would just be so much quicker.
I know, and that's really why I got it, just to knock this stuff out quick and base up like models and stuff. It saves money in the long run from buying a bunch of rattle cans for $20 a pop.
Yeah. Miniature Apothecary says 2:08 in the morning there.
2:08, good Lord.
I was all worried at it being like 8:30. My one friend, he teased me because he'd be like, "Hey, call me up to play a video game." And I'd be like, "Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. It's getting a little late." He's like, "Oh, are you gonna miss Matlock?"
Nice.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm a night owl. I'll stay up late.
I used to, just not anymore. I get up pretty early now. It is like at nights or early in the mornings. It's usually just so much more peaceful. And
yeah, that's why I stay up at night. Just quiet time. Kids are asleep.
Yeah, you don't get no breaks from young ones.
Nope, not for a couple more years at least.
Yeah.
Good trade-off though. They're all right. I'll keep them.
Okay, yeah. Don't want to trade them in just yet.
All right.
Maybe teenage. We'll hold out for the whole teenage years.
Let's wait and see.
Do you have a Games Workshop store by you?
I didn't for the longest time. They built one, I think, in 2015.
Okay.
2016 maybe, in New Orleans, which is probably about an hour away from me.
Gotcha.
It's across town. I'll stop in there for major events and stuff like Armies on Parade, but I'm rarely over there unless it's like Armies on Parade or some major thing. I've got some local stores here that are pretty nice. Shout out to Big Easy Comics. There you go.
Yeah, you can give shout outs. I'm all about promoting or whatever. Yeah. It's like, this is the place to talk about, or she'll. Adam Basalt. Yeah, I never mastered my airbrush, but I do love it for laying down perfect base coats and a bit of zenithal. That's exactly why I picked mine up. I could prime it and do a little bit of zenithal and then go from there. That's kind of why I got it. I got a what did I get? A Iowata? I don't even know.
Yeah, Iwata.
Thank you, Miniature
Iwata.
Apothecary says the Miss Apothecary loves the greens you've added in this. Okay, good. I didn't know if it was gonna be too much. I want a little more now, like sparkle in the sky or
It
whatever.
works,
So
yeah. Magic green rocks.
yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it was wherever they battled was some powerful something.
Magic stairs. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
Stairway to Heaven
All right.
or not in the Grimdark. It's like the Stairway to Heaven, but like no heaven.
All right. It never ends.
Yeah. And tell Miss Apothecary I said thanks for watching, but she probably hears. And I have more guest lines up. I don't even know how many times a week I'm going to do this. My plan was I'm drawing, so why not kind of get a twofer and try live streaming, even though traditionally that seemed like a nightmare to me. So I was just like, you know what? If people want to watch and hang out and I get to chat to somebody, like why not?
Yeah, it's a win-win. You get to make
Yeah,
art,
that's
get
it.
to
I'm like,
meet
I don't
people,
need no
and
big audience because that's not kind of why I got into it.
yeah. What I'm doing with this, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Have you ever played Necromunda?
I have not actually.
Okay.
I'm familiar with it, and I've seen it
Yeah,
played, but I personally never played.
gotcha. That's going to be my first game back. I bought the rule book and all that, and I always love
Oh,
the
good.
original, just because I like the whole level up concept.
Right, yeah. Mordheim, though. I was all about Mordheim
Yeah.
back in the day. The fantasy version, which is leveling up your dudes and everything.
What any game systems outside of the 40K or the GW sphere?
Yeah, I play Bolt Action. I play Black Powder Historicals.
Okay, so
Um,
wait, I always see Bolt Action, and I love the name of it alone. How does that
mhm.
play out? Like what? Uh,
It's very much like Games Workshop or any other war game, really. You roll dice, you hit, you wound, you inflict damage, that kind of stuff. Um, the big draw with Bolt Action, I'm not sure if they're the first to do it, but they're certainly famous for it, is the alternating activations. So instead of taking like my full turn, your full turn, you
yeah.
have a pool of dice or chips or something, and for every unit of yours, you have one in the bag, colored bag,
Oh,
and the enemy does well. So you draw them out, and if you draw yours, you get to move one of your units.
okay. Interesting. That's kind of a cool mechanic.
It is, and a lot of people say they want it in 40K, which would be cool, novel, but I don't know it'll fix
Yeah.
any issues. Um, it works for bolt action, but on something like 40K, I don't feel like it would do a whole lot.
Yeah. Adam said Magic Necron Stairs, and that's almost what I thought of. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll go with Magic Necron Stairs.
I like it.
Stairway to Dornblade.
Gotta
Bring back
pull up these
Mordenheim.
comments.
Yeah. They have so many games. I can't believe they went that hard with uh whatchamacallit, Necromunda. I didn't know they were I'm gonna make you a little bigger if you're okay with that.
Hey, I'm okay with
You
that.
take a
It's
little
fine.
more screen space. You've gained importance.
Yeah, like it's all in on Necromunda. They're doing these expansions and all the special guys on Forge World and stuff.
Yeah,
It's a pretty big deal now.
I was surprised. I'm glad.
It feels like niche, I guess. People that want a small scale kind of skirmish game like that,
Absolutely.
like a squad level.
And that's why I was picking it to get back. I'm like, okay, I have better chances of painting 10 10 units, 10 models.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see here. I like how it's coming along.
What was that?
I like how it's coming along.
Thanks. Yeah, I was like, I think I can pull something off. It literally was the stairs. It was like the great color combo, and you had the photo and that nice gold. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to go in and make his gold kind of shine a little more and bring that out now. I bounce back and forth. I'll do so. It's basically I'm trying to bring out light and then make things recede and then bring. I'm like, okay, that needs to come out a little further, and I bounce around, and you'll always see me end up with like 1,000 layers.
Well, that push and pull, right? That's my art instructor. That's what he always tell me in college. You gotta push the values. You gotta push the depth.
Yeah.
Push that dark and light.
When I first started, it was scary to me to do that. You just think, oh, it's too dark or too light. Go. Okay, what do I want?
Got a little crowd here. 8 people watching.
Wow, thank you very much for joining. Appreciate it.
Where's everybody at in the world? I know we got Apothecaries in the UK.
In the UK.
Knox is in Tennessee, if he's still on.
Is he? Thanks for joining us, Knox. I got to figure out, so one day I might do like a free paint over day, like the live stream. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what else I was going to do. I was like, it'd be cool to have one of these and then kind of while we're live, pick one from, either Twitter or whatever else. I was trying to think of ideas. I'm like, okay, if I keep doing this, what should I aim for, or, whatever.
Yeah. Getting interaction from viewers is a big deal, in my opinion, for any kind of live stream thing.
Yeah, true.
So doing something like that would be good. Like having viewers submit a picture or have them vote on something, right? Like, should it be green Necron stairs or should it be purple, whatever? Like have them make those decisions.
Yeah, good point. I love the ornate shoulder pads.
Yeah, I was pretty scared to trim because it's all resin, right? So all these little pieces are like flaking off, and I'm trying to scrub it and trim it down. Yeah. It's very nerve-wracking.
Adam, hello from upstate New York. Thank you. Shout out to upstate New York. Is it getting pounded by snow? You might be getting pounded. I've always seen your overpaints on Twitter and thought it was awesome. Saw you were doing a stream tonight and decided to see how many times you say like. Thank you. I'm trying to cut down. Old man Valley Girl is not a good look.
But Adam, he wants to know, are you getting pounded? Got a freeze down here tonight in southern Louisiana, which is way too cold for me.
Yeah, I bet, especially you get used to that. I don't mind winter. It just goes on a little too long for me.
Where are you? You're up north, huh?
I'm in Michigan. I'm up in
Michigan, yeah.
So we got some snow or whatever. It seems like it's a month too long, or a month in the at least the light's coming back. I needed the light to come back.
Oh, like sunset?
Yeah, the more daylight. So that's been going. Oh, thank goodness. Go join Hobby Vice's Discord. We can plug that. We need to plug something.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Did you buy Titanicus?
I did. I have been on the fence ever since it came. I feel like it came out like last year, 2 years ago, but apparently it's been out for like 5 years or something. I don't know. But I've always been into it, like wanting to get into it because it's Tiny Titans. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But my problem is I rarely play any of these games myself. It's always the students at the school club or just things like that. Yeah, so me picking up a new game is just me promising myself that I'll never play it ever.
Oh yeah.
But a former student of mine who's a fantastic painter, he's at college now, but he said that he wanted to get into it and he would play me. So we're both kind of starting at the same time and
okay.
Let's see what happens. But if you're on Instagram, check him out. He's Rivers Paints with an underscore.
Rivers Paints. Okay.
Yeah, the kid's phenomenal. Like, look at his first thing he ever painted. It's garbage. It's the first painting
first thing someone painted. Yeah.
Right, but he has progressed like light years ahead. He's really put himself into it. Excellent painter. So he'll be doing Titanicus stuff along with me.
Very good. The Titans always look so cool.
Yeah. And good for paintovers too, right? Because you get that scale, right? Those worm's eye shots looking up.
That's it for me for the paintovers. It's that sense of scale that really works with the just mayhem and stuff you can put going on.
That's why I try to get under Dorn here to get that chin. Get up there.
Yeah, no, you did awesome. That's why I saw it. Like, this is good. This is a good composition. You crop it right and do that stuff. It really looked like for in print with the right stuff.
Right. See you, Apothecary. $20. Yikes.
Hang in there. Getting late now.
Oh no, I'm good. I am just looking for pieces that don't exist.
Yeah.
Metronome. That'll work. I can't remember for the life of me the name of the designer that does all the training kits. He's on Twitter and I follow him.
Oh yeah, so do I, because I've seen them.
He's a freaking genius, man. Like the way that he makes the kits so you can like put them all together, it's incredible. I love it.
I've seen them like the combinations. Hey, take this, that, and then build that. I am glad to see they started getting heavy into their scenery, because that was one of my favorite things. I bought, not the resin printer, but the, was it FDM, FTL? What kind of printer is that? But anywho, I ended up buying one of those just to make terrain, because it's like, well, I'll use that for the kind of like background terrain of the board, and then and buy nicer stuff for the, main pieces. Adam says it was a balmy 20 degrees Fahrenheit today, and my kid demanded to play outside for an hour before lunch. I literally coded outside while he played. Oh my gosh. Fingers will fall off.
So in New York and in Michigan, when it freezes, do y'all need to run your outdoor faucets, or is everything winterized?
No, not here. No, we've never done that here. I think everything's good. If it got super cold, I don't think in this house anything does it. Sometimes it'll be, if you have pipes kind of close to the wall, you could have issues then, and it gets really cold sometimes. Down in the basement, it can get really cold where the sub pump is. But no, we haven't had to run anything, thankfully.
Because I guess down here, nothing's winterized. So, like, anytime we get a freeze, like 28 degrees, like it is right now, I got to go outside in my freaking boots and
Okay, yeah.
Mud and turn on all the freaking faucets. It's
Yeah.
yes.
Oh god, that would be, and then you forget. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you forget everything freezes and your pipe bursts. Because it freezes like once a year here, maybe.
Yeah.
Not this year though.
We're almost through it. The whole COVID thing, and at least in the summer, I was getting out and kind of getting some exercise, go do something outside, or I go golf sometimes, and then now it's just whew.
Do anything.
Indoors.
Yep.
I feel like I can't imagine for like kids and stuff. It's got to be so tough right now.
Yeah, and not to be a total Debbie Downer, but like I've got a 5-year-old daughter, and she she was quarantined for X amount of weeks, and the school shut down for a few weeks back. So imagine being in kindergarten or first grade and being out of school for like a month and a half or something, or for more than that. It's crazy, crazy.
And time passes so much differently as a kid,
I know, right?
That's what I see. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like
a month is a long time.
Like this seems like 5 years.
Yep. Shut-offs, yeah.
Oh yeah, Adam says we have shut-offs for the outside faucets that we turn off. That's about it. Give me 1 second. Moving stuff around, making noise.
Yay.
All right, there we go. I need an 11 by 17 iPad. I want a huge iPad.
Yeah, me too. What are those now? Like $3,000?
They would have to be.
Yeah. But they're so nice though. Like with Procreate and all that kind of stuff you can get now.
It's that it runs so smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, some of my students have them, and I'm really jealous. I just stick to traditional mediums.
I got to get back to it. That's how I started. Was all pencil and hand. I went late. I went digital so late. Probably the worst thing. I mean, and I'm old enough to. I could have been in on everything first. You know what I mean? Digital YouTube, you name it. I could have been on MySpace,
the cutting edge,
anything. Any platform. And that's why, now I'm like, just do it. Life's not getting any longer.
It's fairly forgiving from what I can understand, because it's digital, right? You can
you
can learn, you can look it up.
Button.
Oh yeah, Control C.
Yeah, I'm the undo master.
Yeah,
I spend more time undoing what I did than doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam says my 2-year-old does not see other kids. I'm worried he's not learning anything from peers. He's going to be feral by the time COVID is over.
Right. I mean, that's like prime socialization, opportunity for kindergarten, first, second grade.
Yeah, important formative years or whatever,
It's going to be feral.
Don't let your kids grow up to be feral.
Let me check something.
Wait, blue. I need some blue. And one little painting tip that probably everyone knows, but red and green, if you're trying to do some shadows, sometimes on red, add some green. Green gives red a nice deep shadow, and the same with red on green.
Yeah. That's true of any complementary color, huh? Like purple and yellow and blue and orange.
What got you into 40K? Did you see the art or the game, or what did you?
I mean, my first foray into it, I was probably 14 or 13, and I saw
Okay.
Spaceman. Yeah, I mean that's
That's
any
it.
teenage boy,
Song,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. I was in BSI Comics, which is closed a long time ago.
Okay.
But I went in there, saw the miniatures, rest is history.
Yeah. So I'm in. Here we go. I think he's getting there.
I like it.
Every once in a while, I'll pause for the cause, and then I do a little time lapse to make myself feel better. Like, okay, you're getting
See what
somewhere.
you've done.
It's doing okay.
It's good. Yeah, it's looking good.
Pep talk. Pep talk myself.
It's progress.
This was with live streams. After like 100 of these, I kind of feel like I was. After that, after 100, I started to develop some techniques. Like the first 100, I'm like, okay, I got some things, but then I started to develop like techniques that was like, okay, how I'm handling these problems, and
Right.
I have to do it so many times to retain it. Sometimes it would stumble upon something and then be like, oh, how did I do that? And I didn't remember,
Yeah.
how I lit something or what kind of layer.
I mean, that's true of anything, but especially for art, just the repetitions and putting in the practice and over and over again. That's how you get better at it. And obviously, it's working. it looks good.
That's the painful thing about everything. It all takes time.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Oh, I like seeing them glow. You got a good photo on it. Nice.
Yeah, those highlights. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Huh. Getting there. They fought in some Necron temple. Are so is only one Primarch back yet?
One loyalist Primarch and two traitor Primarchs, Mortarion and Magnus, are back in
So
40K.
that's right, because I remember seeing those two models. So those came back.
Yeah, and people are saying, I mean, it would make sense to do Angron and Fulgrim, right, to complete the four Chaos Gods, right? Because you have Magnus, you
Oh
have
yeah,
Mortarion, um, and there's been a lot of Emperor's Children hype over the past year, so a lot of people are suggesting that Fulgrim is on the horizon.
hmm.
A lot of people are saying Rust too, and
Yeah. I've heard
uh,
Rust talk for a while.
yeah. I mean, it's just so convenient because he's out in chaos, kicking ass, right? So he could just
Yeah,
show up tomorrow.
yeah. All right, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with the whole Primaris, that's why I picked up that Belsarius Call book. Is I was
Mhm.
out of the loop, on the Primaris thing, so I was like, oh, I want to check it out, catch up on what's going on. So it gave me a little tidbit of that side of the world.
Yeah, I never actually read that one.
I did audiobook, and then I bought the audiobook for uh, Jericho, the Bounty Hunter in Necromunda, and
Yeah.
then I bought an audiobook of uh, Gortrek. Is he like he's coming back from the whatever cataclysm had happened, and
Oh, it's after the explosion or whatever.
yeah. So I was like,
Classic.
I'm like, I gotta see what's going on with that. You know,
So do you have your own brushes made, or do you use the pre-made brushes on whatever program that is?
most of them I use the basic ones, and I have to go buy more. I should have bought more. The only ones I really have, there's this place called Frankentune, and I bought their nature pack.
Uh-huh.
And so they're on, I think, Gumroad, and I use their shifting smoke a lot, and like their spatters, and so there's like and a couple other things for like plants and stuff. So that's the only
Yeah.
ones I paid for. Well, this Able Essentials has some stuff, but I don't use it that much. And the hair one, so not much for paintovers, but that nature one is the main extra ones I use. I would say
Yeah.
a little over half of my brushes just come standard, and then there's a couple extras. The big one is the glow tool, of course, or the what is it called on here? It's called a light pen. I use a light pen a lot.
Yeah, for those flares and stuff.
Yeah, and just punch everything up to match the background or anything. Because usually, you know, people who are doing these spend a lot of time, so they have a clue of what they're doing. So you're just trying to. They already have it highlighted, so you just kind of bump
Yeah.
it up, or take it down, whatever shadows need down or anything like that. Oh, I gotta do some sparks on this dead guy.
Make them extra dead.
Yeah, that's another reason why I love the Titans, because I always, like under their the under their arms or anything. It's like, oh yeah, their neck. They always have
Yeah.
that dark area, so you can have sparks popping out.
Well, as soon as I finish my Titans, I'll send you some pictures.
Right on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Polar muffin. I'm painting yellow. I shouldn't be.
That's a false statement, Polar. You should always be painting yellow. Always paint yellow.
The Iron Fist. I do really like that yellow though. And I love the 30K Iron Warriors with the shields.
Yeah, those big Reacher shields.
Yeah, I just love. I was almost like, I have nothing Iron Warriors, but I almost wanted Iron Fist, but I want to buy them just because they're so cool.
Yeah, I've got like 20 or 30 of them. I'll have to take some pictures of that too and see if you want to do a paint over at some time, at some point. Just to monopolize on using your talents.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot right now, so I'm about it. And I got live stream. I usually don't live stream the commissions. I'll do the commissions. Sometimes I'll do a little live stream of the commissions.
Have you gotten more commissions since you started the live streams?
Yeah, which surprised me in a way because it's not like it's a big live stream or anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I could see that, and then I think like algorithmically, even on other platforms, it seemed to have helped. Like, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's the search term got bumped up or I noticed. So my Instagram, I started doing reels, which I read someone's like, if you do a reel a day, because reels are newer to the platform, they favor them. So I started doing reels a day, and then a couple of them, you could see the algorithm does its thing where it shows people because I would slowly get 100 or 200, but then you would see one spike to like 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000.
Yeah, because like that algorithm's crazy because like it favors videos for sure, and I want to say they track like attention paid to the video probably through cameras if you allow it. So they probably see who's watching it, and if let's say I watch one of your videos, my followers, it will take that and suggest it to them on the Explore page. So it just spider webs out. Yeah. So always do videos like you obviously are. It works out the best.
I'm still not used to Instagram. So Twitter seems a little more natural to me. It's like, hey, what's up? Yeah, cool. Like Instagram, it doesn't seem like that same format or something. So I'm going to dedicate a little more time just to, I don't know, kind of my format on there and how I use it.
Yeah. I was an Instagram guy before I was a Twitter guy.
Okay.
That's my forte.
Great. Great way to share pics. I love it,
Yeah, right. But like for your stuff, Twitter's pretty good. It's easier to hit that retweet button and go kind of viral in that sense.
See, that's the thing. I don't know how to use stories on Instagram. Like, do you redo a story or do you post it to yours and how? So that's kind of some of the things I got to look into.
Oh, like sharing something from Instagram to Twitter?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know, or just sharing. I don't even know how to share like on Instagram. There's no like retweet.
God, you are old. How old are you, Boomer?
That's right. Totally.
Where's the button?
Join me on my live stream.
I see the plus sign.
Kick off at 3 p.m.
Right after Matlock.
Right after Matlock.
Yeah.
You kids with these newfangled social media.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, so I'll catch up on that too. And we'll catch up on that.
Yeah, and Facebook too is pretty good for that kind of thing. And you can link them all where you like press the one button and it just does it to every platform.
Yeah. And then so on Instagram they let you pick songs, right? So I post to the feed and they'll give me all these songs. It's like, oh, here's all these songs to use. And it's right in their stuff. So I put a song on and it goes through Facebook or through Instagram, but it posts to Facebook and then that gets like taken down, and I get
Oh,
like
because of the song.
and I get some sort of warning or whatever.
Yeah, it's stupid.
What's your story, people?
Yeah, it's a little finicky.
I'll be breaking the law. I'll be in whatever kind of quarantine or wherever they shadow banned something. Polar Muffin. I just sent a few photos to Hobby Vice's Discord since it's a harsh-looking yellow to complement my dirty Templars.
Let me take a look.
Templars, I always like the look of those guys.
Oh yeah.
I like a lot of them have kind of like robes or whatever, I think, on the Templars, or they used to.
Yeah. What yellow is that? Polar?
Yeah.
It looks a little thick, but I kind of like the texture of it. Makes them look dirty. Filthy. Okay, box number 2. Here we go.
Did you ever go to any of the like tournaments or conventions or anything?
I would love to go all the time, but with my wife and my kids, I just can't find the time. However, I got the Warhammer Hero Award last year, or whatever, and when you get nominated as a Warhammer Hero, they send you up to Adepticon in Chicago.
Okay.
So in 2019, Adepticon, that was my first and last convention.
Okay.
So far, I'll probably go to some more in the future.
Yeah. No, I've been to 1 or 2.
They're a blast, man. I mean, I was only there for like a day.
Yeah.
Like 18 hours. Like I flew in, did the dinner, stayed the night, and left the next morning. And I barely did anything. I had an awesome time. So like, if you could stay like 2 or 3 days, it's incredible. And you meet all kind of people, and it's fun. It's exciting. Yeah, I'm liking those sparks. That's cool.
Try a little. I'm gonna give them a little. I don't know what's going on. And at least on this one, at first it started off like 720, and now at least it's 1080 on these videos.
Oh, for the resolution?
Yeah. Because if I'm doing small noon stuff and you're knocking it down to 720, it's like forget it.
Yeah.
I was looking at. I talked to a friend. Like, what Gen Con did we go to? And it was. I couldn't. Oh my gosh! The first Gen Con I went to was the one where Magic the Gathering debuted in '93.
Okay, you are old, yes. Yeah, that's awesome. Actually, all right. So I lied. So the recent convention was Adepticon, but I was maybe like 13, 12, 13, 14, and I would go to Bayou Wars, which was a convention in New Orleans, mostly for historicals, but there was also like a minor Games Workshop. This was like in 90, I don't know, 90.
Yeah, like the Outrider
94.
or whatever they want to call it.
Right. And I got into historicals big time there. Awesome event. I think they moved it after Katrina hit, but it used to be so cool. But it was small scale. It was like a city thing. It wasn't like a big national convention.
I mean, smaller stuff always kind of suits me if I go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We're still hanging strong with 5 viewers on the late night edition.
Yeah. After hours, after dark.
After hours, yeah.
Artist Empire After Dark.
And
We get a sexy logo, some
I gotta
swanky music.
Stuff done. I want to make some merch and like fun stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna do a couple things. I haven't put that much. I want something cool that I like. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, what would I want? Did I overthink it? It's like, oh boy.
Merch is always tricky because people say they want it and they don't get it. Stickers are good. Everybody wants stickers.
That's it too. So it's like stickers, and I don't. That's it. I think I approach everything almost with, well, what would I want? And then I'm like, well, at least if I design a shirt, I'll buy one.
Yeah. Buy your own merch.
At least, yeah. I'm like, that's good enough for me. I'll have something. So I'll do, let me switch cameras. So I do have this. So whatchamacallit, I'm running the first ever ad.
Is this it? Oh, yes.
So Oscar Lars, a commission painter, and he does some really good stuff. And he's on Instagram and Twitter and all that. But so I did a paint over for him before on his units, and he ended up sending me a shirt with his logo. It's kind of small here, but the logo kind of in the center. And I think he had them printed at his place. Oh, and it's a real good. I'm kind of persnickety about T-shirts, I guess, like to fit me decent, And his was great. It was so soft, and I was like, "This is
good." Okay.
Shirt. Like, what brand is this?
So you like his shirt? That's good.
Yeah. So I was actually wearing it. I was like, "Okay, I'll put on." I'm like, "It's the first ad. I'll wear that shirt when I do a paint over." And it's a really nice shirt. I was like, "Cool."
That's awesome.
And I got to do a cup for myself. I'm like, come on, you got to have. I have a million prints everywhere. I made a beach towel with a paint over on it, right? So it's this whole towel, and it's all printed on the one side, and they actually came out cool. So I was, I hung it on the wall. I was like, I hang that one on
like a tapestry.
Yeah, like a tapestry. Because all the prints, I was like, well, I'll mount them on maybe foam core board, so I could always take them down or put them up or something.
Yeah, you can always do posters or things like that. Business cards might be good because get a lot of these commission guys at conventions handing out stickers and business card kind of things.
Yeah,
you can do a custom paint of their mini or something.
I still gotta get back to drawing. I haven't been drawing much. I loved comic stuff too. And we get all caught up in this. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, dude, that Space Wolf you did for the Secret Santa was awesome. Was so awesome.
Thank you.
Wait, freaking incredible.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, if you had to pull it up, yes. I mean, people would pay a lot of money to have that done. Like post that on Twitter and say, "I'll turn you into a Space Marine for $50 or whatever," and you make $1 million. That's what people want. Everybody wants their little profile portrait.
I should be doing more of it. And then I used to draw. I gotta do.
This one of me you did. That sketch of me, the black and white one.
I gotta do a better version. So I usually want to do it for Patreon members. I was gonna, I gotta turn them into a trading card for that because I want to put them on there. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. But this kind of thing kept going and going, and so I'm like, okay, by time, I'm like, I gotta keep going with the paint overs and where it's going. But yeah, I'm gonna get to doing that. And so yeah, yours is gonna get a good touch up. So
I was laughing when you did it. It's so cool.
It's so funny. It cracks me up too. So I used to do comic stuff a lot. This is some comic stuff that I was working on.
That's good.
So I was like, okay, I gotta, and I'm like, I love all that stuff, you know. So I'm like, I gotta
Yeah,
get that.
yeah. It's great.
And I keep thinking of a little, like, I gotta get the practice in of drawing, and where is I'm trying to look for them. Am I missing that? Huh. Interesting. But I think I want to do like a small, almost like a little comic story. This guy on the bottom right, I want to do him as like a character. And if I do like maybe every couple weeks or whatever, maybe something like my Patron and start a little story. You know what I mean? I'm like, because I've always done like kind of storytelling, and I just got to make sure I get it in there and start drawing some more.
Yeah, it's always a good reward for subscribers to have like a private kind of comic or something going on.
And always like something like that, you can get feedback from them. You know what I mean? From just a little group and adjust stuff and have some fun and draw people in the story and everything else. You know?
Right? Yeah. Make it about them. Draw them in, lure them in, trick them.
And I was so late to that game because it's like an exposure thing. It's just the more people that can see you, you know what I mean? Yep. And the more, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I had to come to terms with, I guess I do. Because it's not my nature to be like, oh, I want attention, you know, look at me, what I'm doing, you know. So
right. But yeah, you have to sell yourself. You have to market yourself.
Yeah.
That's half of it. These social media, man. That's what it is.
I'm like,
better learn how to use Instagram quick.
But I'm going to learn how to use these likes and retweets.
And the cool thing is with Instagram, I've got a lot of followers on Instagram. I've got like over 10,000.
I was like, oh my gosh.
And don't ask me how, man. But the cool thing is for you, or for any person in your position, if you, and it's super hard to do. I'm not saying it's easy, but if you cross 10,000 followers, you get new tools opened up for you on Instagram.
Yeah.
So like that whole swipe up thing with the link is a thing that I'm able to do. Or there's like a purchasing. Yeah. It's like all that just stuff that you have to wait and get after building an audience. But once you get it, you know, if that's you swipe up to go to my, you know, my purchase page or something like that, right? And you get a bunch of sales that way. It's all about driving the traffic.
Yeah, I noticed too. That's what I was like. If I start, the watch hours on these, I mean, for me, I consider it large, even though most people are like, dude, it's tiny. But, you know, even still, I noticed, you know, getting, you know, I don't know, some of these videos have like 100 watch hours now on it, you know, just on my live stream. And I'm like, wow, I didn't think that.
You were wasting lots of people's time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, 100 hours. What's everyone doing?
What am I doing? Polar just said, if you do Necromunda, you could do a story comic going off your gangs. That'd be kind of cool.
That's kind of what I was thinking. My thought though is I have to do it. They are in a underground city,
right? Well, like proprietary wise, well, yeah, okay. So if you're making money off it, that would be the thing, right? Yeah. So you just have to do nondescript. Things,
but that's kind of what I was thinking, you know.
I don't think they chase you down unless you're like, this is Necromunda and this is illegal. Yeah. Like,
I would just, you know, use that grim setting, and then I would tell obscure kind of story anyway. But that was my thought process.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Because I always had the thing of, I love, you know, interacting. It's kind of, if you're having fun or doing something, it's like just more fun if you have people around, you know. So the little Patreon that I had going was cool because a lot of them joined my Discord and we talk about stuff, and you know, it helps me with like feedback and all that kind of good stuff. So I was really pleasantly surprised with that whole side of things.
I'm just happy to be moderately here, involved in some capacity.
Oh,
part of this, because this is exciting.
Yeah, a lot of fun people and just whatever interactions online with the community as a whole.
Yeah, it's why we do it, right? For the little people.
I wish I didn't even know, come on, I'm old school with the internet. Like to me, the internet was like toxic soup. It was like it goes back to the days where like, don't put your credit card on the internet.
Right. Real
So I
old
wasn't
school.
expecting a bunch of like kind, considerate people.
Oh, yeah. Especially in the art community. Like if you post a picture, it'll get trashed. It'll get ripped on
Oh
big time
yeah.
by somebody that knows more
Well,
than you,
that's
apparently.
what was funny is when I first was posting, is like, oh, like this is gonna get shellacked. But you're just taking someone's miniature and painting. Well, that's stupid. Why don't you
Right.
get some skills and paint your own picture, buddy?
Right. Oh, sir. It's kind of my position too. Like I said, I'm an art instructor. I've got degrees in art, right? That's what I went to
Yeah.
school for. But like, these miniatures that I'm making, it's not me producing my finest work. I just want to hang out and like just make something cool. Like it's like come on, dude, you don't have to critique like how good I painted it. I really could give it
That's
some
like with
shit.
me with the miniature. It's gonna be get it done. I'm not even where I'm
Yeah,
like I got some things and it looks kind of cool. I'm good. I'm not going for
that's where I'm at right now.
display piece. I want something done.
Yep. Yep. I'll try hard every now and then, get like a Armies on Parade or a
if something tickles
Never
your
Chosen or
fancy.
something. Yeah. That's it. I haven't entered Golden Demon yet, but I'm thinking about it. Maybe if I go to Adepticon next year.
It's got that competition has to be so big now.
Oh my god, yeah. If I got a finalist pin, I'd be happy. Yeah, I don't think I would ever like Richard Gray, like you know who that is, like the crazy stuff he does. Like there's no way, there's no way. I would need to
That's hardcore.
Get rid of my kids and my wife and my job and just spend all day painting.
You all got to go because Daddy's getting serious about the Golden Demon.
I need that sword. Yeah, and that's also the thing. Go ahead.
No. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like, you see these things like Richard Gray and these fantastic painters, and I say this to my students all the time. I'm a teacher; it's what I do. I'm sorry, but like anybody can do that. And we all have the same tools in the hands and the same brushes, and we can make those same strokes. It's all about just the time investment getting to that point. So, yeah, if you're a kid out there and you want to be like the best at doing paintovers like this or whatever, like just put in like 1,000 hours and you'll be at that level easy.
There was a movie with The Rock, and I forget what movie it was, and it was a comedy. And someone asked him about like, oh, what did you do to get in shape? And he's like, oh, it was real easy. He's like, I just worked out 10 hours a day for 10 years. It was real simple. Yeah, he's like, he says, like, it's real simple. I just worked out 10 hours a day for 10 years or whatever.
Yeah, and it is. It's easy if you do it.
It is easy
if you do it.
You just go do it.
Yeah, you just go do it.
That's why with me, it's like go do it. I should have been doing all this stuff way earlier. Like, you know what I mean? For me, I had exposure to YouTube. I could have been the first YouTuber. You know?
Right. Yeah, I know. Like we were there at the beginning.
Yeah.
And we
and
I
am. Old man.
I was busy drinking beer and getting my undergrad.
What you're gonna want to do is link your Twitter.
Yep. Kids these days, huh? Don't know how easy they have it.
Yeah. We didn't have that fancy internet.
Yeah.
It is I'm glad I did get to see that because you were, as a kid, we used to have to drive all over the place just to find some we would look for hobby stores wherever they were just to go there to see what kind of little shelf they might have with a couple of GW strays.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. That's how I bought my first guy. It was a Bretonian halberdier blister pack of 2 metal guys. And I didn't even have an army. I just thought they looked cool, and that's all that they had on the shelf. I'm like, I'll take that because that's all they had.
They were. That's a classic model.
I have no idea where they are right now.
lost to time.
Yeah. My kids just sneezed really loud.
You know, you're my first Instagram superstar, man.
Superstar.
the big 10K.
Yeah, right. Oh, hey, I'm almost at 11. Okay, I'm 10.9 right now.
Oh, you're almost to 11.
Yeah,
That's a lot. How long have
but
you been on it
I
for
don't know how
doing?
many I need because once you cross the 10, they don't tell you how many you have. It says 10.9, so I could have 10,999 right now. I don't know.
Oh,
I
that.
don't know, and
Okay.
it's infuriating. Like I need to know. Like I'm obsessed about like checking that. Like,
Yeah.
is it 11 yet? Is it 11 yet? It's very important to me. You see, having these numbers, these
Got it.
superficial
Hey.
things.
Yeah. I think like that stuff. If you know, you don't seem like the all obsessed with it or whatever, but it's good to
Yeah,
have
right.
some sort of like goal, or you know what I mean. It's like, okay, it
Yeah,
doesn't hurt to get more followers. If you get all like obsessed with it, or I don't know, start
yeah.
denting your self esteem or something, then maybe. But
Yeah, it should never affect your self esteem. You know, I know some
yeah,
great accounts with like 30 followers, and it's like, why do you not have more followers? Um, and the shame is that I don't have anything to sell, right? Like,
yeah,
if you and I flip
yeah.
positions, it'd be perfect. Like, it's just a shame that like some people have this notoriety or fame or whatever you want to call it, and just
No,
I
it's good.
can't
It's
use
good though. That's how I met you. You know what I mean?
it.
You're
I
out
guess,
there more, and it's like, hey, we're having a conversation. So it's like, whatever.
yeah. But for all the little people out there,
Adam
I'm
said
looking
he
at you.
sent you an email with a possible pick for commission. I love to see what you do with it. Well, thank you very
Oh, good.
much,
You
Adam.
got one? Let's see. And then, cool. What is it? Is it 40K, fantasy, something else?
I don't know. I can't. There's no way for me to see.
Tell us, Adam.
Yeah, what's the model? Let us
Or
know.
don't tell us if it's a secret. I don't want to pry. It's not my commission.
No, you
Sorry.
can tell.
I'm a I'm a third party here.
No, everyone's a first party. You you probably have more experience with it than me. I got one. I'm doing one tomorrow. Um, probably a live. Should be doing a live stream tomorrow, and I got one of the Patreon members is also in photography. He's a good photographer, so I'm going to have
Oh,
him
cool. Yeah.
on some photography stuff. And I use everyone. I learn about the games. I ask because I haven't played it forever. So I'm like, "What's this guy? How much is it worth?" So I get all this information on what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, make
Pretty
it
soon
work.
you'll know enough to play.
You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a hang and paint on Saturday. I don't know if you'll be around.
Saturday, yeah, should be. You like this time usually?
Yeah, it'll be the evening, same
Cool.
time. I'll just jump on. I think Knox said he wanted to get on as well. There's a few people that want to just shoot
Yeah,
the
I've been
breeze.
joining more of them. I did uh the apothecary had one, and I stopped in there, and now too I see what everyone's doing. You know, I'm like, how are they
Yeah,
doing with their live stream, or how does a live stream even work?
yeah, it is good to see other people's stuff.
Ooh, a Thunderhawk he converted to using his orc's army. That's what Adam said.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Yeah,
Have you posted that to Instagram or Twitter? I feel like I've seen that recently.
I'll have to look. I don't have a Thunderhawk. I got the Space Wolves one I did a little bit ago. I did
Yeah,
the
I've painted
Space
that
Wolves
thing.
gunship. I did a couple orc flyers that I really like.
Yeah, with like the freaking like muzzle flares coming out of the
Yeah, I
heat
like the.
shroud. It looks so cool.
I like some of those. Where
Yeah,
are they?
I know the exact one you're talking about. It looked good.
It's in like three of them, but there was one. I know I did this one. Yeah, or
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. That to me
those
looks
are
like something
fun.
you see on like a like model kit, like at Walmart. Like you walk down
Yeah.
like a historical plane, except it's orcs. So it's that weird juxtaposition for me.
I love gunfire, but I always it's one of those things where it feels like I can overuse it, and I'm always scared. I'm like, okay, does it look corny? It's like it's hard to get a blast that looks like a blast that you know what I mean. It's like
I think
because
that
you're.
looks great, and especially on orcs, you can never have too much, right? Like just
I
it looks
know,
good.
and you always see those like World War II movies where they were shooting into the air. It was just
Yeah,
mayhem, you know. And it's like in 40K world, it's got to be even worse.
much worse. Yeah.
I want to. I need to ball harder because I just want to buy another iPad instead of taking these all off and saving them.
Warhammer TV. That's where I saw it. Yep.
Okay. Oh wow.
That's
Post it. Yeah, Adam, do you have Twitter? If you do, tag me right now and post it so I can look at it because I can pull up Twitter. Here's one I messed with tonight for a Patreon member.
that's awesome. Oh yeah. Oh my god, that's so cool. When I finish my Titanic stuff, I'm definitely gonna get in touch.
Titanicus.
I'll trade you to be your Instagram tutor.
Yeah, I need it. I probably do need it for real. This is how you share something on Instagram, buddy.
Press the button.
Yeah, you see that button? You're gonna want to press that.
Do the thing.
What did you for Instagram? Like, what brought you to Instagram? Were you just like posting pictures of the hobby or anything else, or just you know what I mean? You just
Yeah.
kind of
So I was on Instagram like privately, like with my personal stuff, and I still am. But
gotcha.
in 2016, I was on a flight home from California, and it was a fairly long cross country flight, and I landed after thinking about because I was big in the hobby at the time. I still am, I
Mhm.
guess. I was working on a project. I was thinking about it the whole flight, and when I landed, I finally had cell connection again. I
Yeah,
was like, I'm gonna make an account just for my war band, like my
yeah,
specific, kind of in character kind of thing, just for them and
yeah.
like pictures of them. And it started as that, and then it turned into just all my hobby progress and everything I've done.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'm glad I did it. Yeah, just be like because I can scroll all the way back right to 2016, so
Yeah, yeah.
like 6 years ago, which is pretty crazy to see that timeline.
I know. I'm
Because
scared
like
when you
we
get
had that.
older. When you're like, I'm gonna scan my
Yeah,
posts from 30 years ago.
right. So like imagine if we had done this 20 years ago, if it
I know
existed,
you have
right?
this
I
huge
can go
stack.
back,
Yeah,
swipe across, and see
yeah.
my Bretonian halberdiers I bought, and be like, oh, that's them. I remember them.
On
Yeah,
your yacht, paid to from advertising money.
right, right. Monetized, baby. Uh, Try not to make two ruins look alike. It's a big struggle right now.
Yep. Are you getting any runes done, or are you all distracted talking?
I'm getting a lot done actually. Um, I've got all the big ones I finished last time. I'm doing these little small corners right now.
Yeah, it
I've
took
got it
me.
all set up down here just to look at
It
and see what I need.
yeah. It took me a while just to get. I'm still not good at it, but more comfortable speaking and drawing. So I was like, that's why. And I'm the type who I have to practice it, like to ingrain it all the time. And even hooking up, I was like, okay, you got to go on here and then make sure you do the tweet to tell everybody, and then make sure YouTube is up and then the streamer, and so I just try to do it a bunch and then I'll get used to it.
Yeah. I'm so jazzed about this airbrush I bought, so I can just paint all those ruins in like 10 minutes. I was not looking forward to painting all of this crap.
And you just spray them and be done.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, and for that, it's not like you got to mix a lot of colors and be emptying it all the time and refilling it.
Right. Yeah, bulk order. Looking nice.
I gotta try to do something decent on the famous Instagrammers paint over.
So Adam tagged you on the original post.
Oh, let me go see.
They never run out of ammo until they think they run out of ammo, which is absolutely true.
Wait. Go here. Oh yeah, that thing is incredible. Oh yeah, that would be an incredible paint over. Yeah, Adam, that thing is sweet. All the hoses behind that engine is awesome. Huh. That's a serious conversion. Oh, is that? Do they have the little? I think on his wings you got like the bubble, the gunner type bubble. Is that what that is? That is sweet. I always love those on the old. What is like the belly gunner or whatever on like the B-52 type things?
Yeah.
My friend has he's got the VR and he's got it on a beefed up system and he plays Half-Life, the Half-Life game. And he's like he's like, it ruined me for all other games.
That's pretty cool.
So we were talking about like they need a VR game and you're a ball gunner on a B-52. That would be sweet.
Be intense. Well, there's that VR game for the 40K stuff now, right? That's coming out, or is it out yet?
I don't know, but you're right. I just remember that they talked about that.
It looks pretty intense, like you're a sister of battle or something.
Yeah.
Pretty intense.
And I started like streaming or even just doing like free paint over day. What do I do when I do a sucky one? I was all worried like, oh, you're gonna have some big flop where it just comes. In the first live stream I did, I felt the paint over was horrible. I did the worst job. It was like so flat and so everything because of the stream.
Just nervous, or was it actually bad?
It was actually bad, and the stream was cutting out, so I was all distracted trying to reconnect everything, and it was just the worst.
Everything went wrong.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people watching.
I was like, hey, that's why it's free. So that if I bomb out, like, at least you didn't pay for it.
Right. You should join the Patron to really see the good stuff.
Yeah.
You should make them like ones like this, like just make them intentionally shitty, and just make all the good ones on your.
Yeah, do half of it good, and then leave the other half going, man.
Unlock the new content.
Yeah. I tagged you another one. Polar Muffin says, I remember seeing all the Imperial Fists posted once scrolling Twitter when I first started, really, and I found all these other wonderful people. Yeah, me too, Polar. I only stumbled upon this whole thing last year. I'm coming up on the anniversary of my first 40K paint over in
Good.
March.
Gotta celebrate.
Oh, and Adam's talking about the hoses. He said that's the Green Stuff World hose roller. Okay.
Those are cool. I need to
The
get some of those.
gunners are
Actually.
from the DACA jet kit, so those are gunners. Adam, that's so funny that you bring that up. He says, I remember the old episode of Amazing Stories with the belly gunner stuck flying fortress. Yes, that's exactly what was in my head when I brought this up in conversation. That's hilarious. That exact Amazing Stories. That was a good one. I haven't checked out the new Amazing Stories. I know they had a couple of them on Amazon.
Was that an Amazing Stories? I remember seeing that, but I feel like that was like a documentary.
It was Amazing Stories. It was one of the
I know
best
exactly
ones.
what you're talking about.
And I think
I
he
was probably
drew
like 7 when I saw it.
Yeah, it was cartoon wheels or something he drew on it, I thought. Can't
Oh
remember.
my god, yeah. God, I gotta look that up now. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I vividly remember watching that as a kid. I was like 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm. And so some of the people in my Discord are obviously younger than me, but what's funny is, you know, almost not every science fiction, but I mean, I went to see the first Star Wars in the movie theater. So, like, I've seen every sci-fi movie that's basically ever come out when it came out.
Right.
And you talk to someone who's like, 20, and it's like, yeah, there's a whole huge slew of movies that they never even saw, and
Right.
you can't even. And I remember, like, Star Wars, it was like the only good thing in movies or whatever that was sci-fi, and then you had to wait however many years just to get another
Yeah.
movie.
6 years or something. Yeah.
Yeah, there was literally like nothing else. Like some cheesy knockoffs would come out, and that was it.
Right. Me and my colleague, he's a art teacher like me. We always quote, sci-fi movies, just bad quotes from movies all the time in the art studio. And the students are always like, "What the hell are y'all talking about?" Like they have zero idea. So we started a list of like movies every young teenage boy must watch before they
Yeah.
turn like 18 or whatever. So we have this like, running list of like 100 movies that they need to watch, and a lot of them do check it out. Pretty
That's right. I
exciting.
didn't think about that. Yeah, you're teaching, so you're around of even. Yeah, so you really see.
I'm teaching them more than just art. Yes, I'm giving them a whole life lesson on,
Yeah, you're
on
getting some
sci-fi.
culture. Go see Blade Runner. Get some culture.
The new one?
Older one. The new one was okay, but I like the older one.
I did like in the new one they had the Sulaco, the ship from Aliens,
Oh
like
yeah,
hovering above LA or whatever, because they were
yeah.
like building it at the time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I love the little touches like that. What
Yeah.
did Adam say? I remember the Amazing Stories. Adam says, when I was a kid, I felt like we waited years for the sequel Back to the Future, but it was only like 3 years. Yeah, it was 3 years. I mean, especially in kid years, that's different.
Yeah. 3 years. That's a lifetime for a kid. I could use this paintover as something, some kind of cover for my army or something. Maybe print it out, make a little miniature printout, put it on my terrain, a portrait, an official portrait.
So there's this one, I forget what company it is, but they do like box covers and stuff. So, when you can make your own game type deal, and I'm gonna get some printed on boxes. I was like, okay, I got to. One of the things I'm gonna do is I've test printed a bunch of like other kind of merch just to see. I want to see the quality of like different shirts.
Right.
I printed a pillow, which is hilarious. I have a pillow in a
Like a body pillow?
no, this one's just like a normal like a couch throw pillow kind of deal.
Yeah.
And then I did I printed a blanket, was one of these super soft, like whatever, and I printed like a big chaos symbol on it, which is hilarious. So I have a pillow with a chaos symbol, wait, which one did I put on it? This. I have this on a pillow and a blanket. Let me find it. It's hilarious. I'm like, I'm the only. Where is it? This one. So I have this on a pillow. And on a blanket, like huge on a big blanket. There's a little Necromunda drawing. I forgot about that guy. A little Necromunda inspired drawing. Adam says this piece looks amazing. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate you stopping by to check it out. How am I doing on the likes? I know I broke down a few times, but I don't think I'm total Valley girl.
I haven't noticed, honestly.
All right, good.
Are you making a conscious effort to like restrain yourself?
Oh,
is there one like right behind you right now?
Yeah, I'm checking every word in my head before I say it. Try to catch it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll finish it up here and we'll end in a little while. I want to get his face a little more lit. Are you teaching from home?
I did last year. So when the pandemic first broke out, we went strictly virtual.
Okay.
But this past school year, in August, we started regular in-school session. We're a private school, so we can kind of do what we want. But we have the masks, we have separation, we have social 6 feet distancing. All it's crazy, it's insane. But yeah, no, I'm in school. That's probably where I got COVID when I got it a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. I remember you saying that now on your Discord.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I think my wife thought I was going to die.
Ugh. Yeah, it's a lot of anxiety with that.
Yeah, I thought I'd get it sooner. Being around a bunch of kids that are obviously reluctant on their masks and wash their hands and stuff. But I turned out okay.
You made it. Glad you made it for the live stream.
Right. It's the only reason I survived.
You made it. That's what I wanted to. Like I was telling the Patreon members, I'm like, hey, if anything good happens in your life, let me know so I can put. After joining Discord, I won the lotto, or after joining the Patreon, I met the love of my life.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Artist Empire.
Yeah. Look what happened after joining Artist Empire. He got a new job.
There you go. I overcame COVID.
Yeah. No, but we'll have to time it later. Yeah, if anyone gets COVID of my members, then we'll have to.
Right. Check it.
Hopefully, no one does.
Statement has not been approved by the FDA.
Yeah, I'll get like taken down on Instagram or whatever for promoting. I couldn't check what because of like whatever news or whatever when I was trying to check the hashtag for the ho 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 hobby vices, and I couldn't get to it.
Yeah, it was shut down. That was the worst,
Yeah.
like the worst timing. Because
Yeah.
usually that's such a big tool for people participating. I really, really put a wrench in the works.
At least this year, I'm going to have more time to plan out my gift.
Yeah, I've noticed the trend of people that participate consecutively. The second year is better, the third year is better, and they kind of get ideas and prep and
Mm-hmm.
things. The first year is always kind of a wash because you just kind of like you don't know what you're doing. But yours is actually pretty solid. Like you had that portrait, you had some other
Yeah, I
gifts up.
gave some stuff. I mean, everyone, the community has been really generous with me, and they've got like, commissions and helped me out stuff. So I'm like, okay, it's like a small way to give a little something back.
Got to get back. Yeah, it's kind of like me this year. I got this model you're painting right now from somebody, Kevin, I think Kevin gave it to me. God, I hope so. Um,
Oh, that's right, for the last one.
yeah, and then so this year I was like, I got to give whoever I get something big because that's a $150 model right there.
Oh,
So I had to kind of pay it forward, I guess.
yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
I think Kevin gave me that. If Kevin did not give me that, I apologize to whoever did because I can't remember.
Yeah,
He also gave me flip flops,
I
merch,
don't.
like branded flip flops with my logo on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's a cool one.
it's because we'd always
That's
joke
it.
in the Discord about having a thong, like a branded thong.
Wait,
So he
oh, I
got me
don't.
branded thongs. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have the. I did mock up like I don't know, like they're underwear, but like the boxer brief
Right.
kinds. I don't know if I have that picture. I don't think I have
Artist
it.
Empire.
Huh.
You should put that picture of me you drew on there.
What was that?
You
Oh
should put that
yeah,
picture of me you drew on the underwear, the chainsaw.
Adam. I haven't like noticed either. Yeah, he said about the teaching thing. It's got to be so stressful for older teachers. I just that was
Yeah.
such a launched on everyone. Hey, do everything different. Go. Good luck.
Yeah, it's wild. And we have a pretty big hospital in New Orleans that came and talked to us and like, hey, yeah, we have vaccines for y'all coming soon. And that was like 3 months ago. And we still haven't gotten them yet.
Yeah.
But we'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
Whole year's been pretty wild.
And that's why I started doing this because I was like trapped inside or whatever and stuff. You just
Yeah.
and that's why it was like extra good thing for me because it started getting a little people liked them or whatever, so it was something fun to share, and they were getting cheered up. I was getting cheered up, and I think that's kind of what kept it all going. So I was kind of determined. I was like, I'm not going to let this thing win. You know what I mean? I'm not going to let it grind me down. I'm going to try to do something positive out
We're
of
gonna
it.
overcome. Oh, I did it. I built them all.
You did.
I finished. I finished the Warhammer. I've Warhammered.
You've warhammered. Good. We're just about done here, so that would be perfect timing. Trying to get a few.
Let me see if I can get a shot of what I did here.
Oh yeah, here. Wait, we're gonna go on your camera right now. Hang on. We will
There's
go this and go A, B.
there's all my terrain. There's
You did do all that right now.
ruins, and that's what I did yesterday. So that's all the big stuff I did.
Wow. And so that's for your club mostly, you said?
Yeah, so all that terrain, honestly, big shout out to Twitter because that was all donated to me after Twitter found out that my house flooded and everything got trashed.
Yeah.
All that was kind of given to me by people in the community, which is awesome because that's a lot of terrain. That's I
Yeah,
cannot
no, that is. That's
on
what
a
I
teacher
was.
salary.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's like.
Yeah, so it's for the kids, and I'll paint it up and make good use of it. Hopefully,
And so your house got flooded pretty good then, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take feet of water, but it floods a lot down here. If you get 3 inches of water in your house, it wicks up
Oh, anything. It's
mold and
water.
everything.
That's
Yeah.
destroying
Whole
stuff. Yeah.
house,
So.
whole house, 3 inches. It was the worst night of my life. It was pretty bad.
Oh wow, that's no joke.
Yeah, and that was May 14th last year, and
The
we
day of
just moved in
infamy.
like a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a fun year.
We're overdue for a good one.
Oh god, yeah, it better be next year.
I know this year's going to be basically shot.
Yeah.
It really is because
2021's not looking too good either. Yeah. This is extra.
and I'm sure all the conventions for the whole year and everything like that is all shut down.
Yeah, so Adepticon, I went to the last Adepticon in 19. 20 was canceled,
Yep.
and 21 is canceled for this year.
Yeah,
So
that's
they're
right.
hoping to do 22. So two full cycles of one of the biggest conventions in America. Las Vegas Open didn't happen either because they
Yeah.
had the Las Vegas Open, I think they called it. It was like an online charity thing. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, I've heard of that one actually.
But yeah, I mean, those are some big time events, and they just didn't happen. 2021, babe.
2021. That's the one thing. As a longtime freelance artist, I was like the one person who was prepared for the ultimate dropout bomb. Man, you're doing freelance. You better live like a Spartan warrior. You better be ready for anything.
Praying for this your whole life.
Yeah, I'm ready for this. I can be locked in and drawing. I got this. Got a Rogal Dorn.
I love the flare he got behind the cape there, kind of setting that off.
Yeah, trying something. And that was the one thing, like trying it for speed helped because I don't have enough time to worry or to like, you know, typically even when I'm doing a commission, I usually like let it sit for maybe a half hour or an hour and then come back or something, sometimes like a day if I don't know, what I'm really trying to do. Just doing them a lot helps.
Time lapse is cool.
Such a strong model too. They have some of the best designers in the world there. I'm just watching it for a minute.
Yeah, same.
That chainsaw, I like their pattern on that chainsword.
Yeah, that filigree was kind of cool.
I love the bases on the models. Like I just love the addition of those beat up Iron Warriors.
Yeah. And those little sparks you found there
Because
really set.
it's totally what makes it a picture too. Is those down guys? It's like completes the
Right.
composition.
Yeah. And if you take that away, if you cover it up, it's just
Yeah.
the guy standing there. But with that, it tells the whole narrative of the story.
when you first were getting into art, what got you into art? Like, what did you just, you know what I mean? Like,
That's a good question. Man, I don't know. I was in high school. I had an art teacher who was passionate about it. Older woman. I don't want to dig on her. She didn't teach me a whole lot about art, but she was very passionate
yeah, you
because,
get enthused about it. Yeah.
yeah, she was very enthusiastic about it, and I think that kind of caught on. I had a passion for it myself. She kind of fostered that,
Yeah,
and
good to know.
yeah, and I also had a bunch of teachers in my family and friends and things like that. And I had good teachers myself that had impacted me. So I knew those like combination of those things that I wanted to do. So
Okay, yeah.
art education, babe.
Yeah. I fell in love with the little spot illustrations from like D&D and comic
Oh yeah.
books, and
Oh yeah.
just those like captured my
Yeah, like coloring
imagination.
stuff. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's just like this magical. You mean, and that's why I laugh because that's why I named it like Artist Empires, because it's just a little artist. You can imagine the vastest empire you want. You know what I mean? If you're drawing, you can create the biggest, most intergalactic. I'm like, my game's gonna have spaceships that are so big they just knock planets out of the way. You just drive and just like
It
boom.
works.
You just knock a planet out of the way. Like that's how big my spaceships are gonna be. I have unmitigated power. Oh man. Well, and thanks for joining us on the live stream. I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you having me, man. It
Yeah,
looks great. I'm very, very pleased with it.
that
I'd
was
love to have
cool.
a copy. Can you send me a copy?
Yeah, I will. I'll get you a high res one of this so you can have it.
Cool.
That
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. Good model. And now you got a bunch of scenery you're gonna have to airbrush.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ew.
and other
Cool.
people get to play with it. See, I didn't even have this stuff as a kid. I didn't have the Warhammer
I
Club
know,
of
right? Yeah. I'm
people.
spoiling the kids.
Like I had like the D&D like Devil Scare or whatever, where everyone was
Yeah.
worshiping Satan because you played D&D.
Yeah. And it's yeah. So I'm at a real Catholic school, and this is kind of under the radar. We call it
Yeah,
the Wargaming Club.
yeah. Oh yeah, gotcha,
They
gotcha.
don't really know everything about the
Yeah,
40K universe.
they don't get into the
We're
chaos
not going to go into
lore.
details. Yeah,
It's
not with
orcs.
administration.
It's
Yeah,
orcs and elves.
good for a
Paul
season.
Muffin says art is super cool. I'm planning on taking a minor in art history because I'm not a great artist, but would love to learn about it. Or that was Polar Muffin. Yeah, art. I did a lot of different stuff with art, and I think it translates. I mean, I've done everything from like blueprint drawings to drawings for all kinds of stuff like that, or designing, even like landscaping. You pretty much name it, and
Yeah,
it does. If you use it, I think it translates in a lot of different ways. Maybe a little obscure ways or whatever, but I think it helps you convey some things. And always with a sketch or just thinking visually. I think in a lot of circumstances it can help. And Adam, thanks for keeping us company. I appreciate you stopping in. Awesome, Polar
yeah.
Muffin. Thanks for the feedback. I'm learning with all this, so it's really impromptu talks. I never, met or talked to Hobby Vices till today, so I just kind of have someone on and keep company and learn something.
I appreciate you doing it, man.
All right, I am going to shut her down, and I'm sure we'll be seeing each other online, and we'll have to do this
Absolutely,
again. I'm planning. I mean, I plan on. I'll probably be live streaming at least like 3 times a week or something.
for sure.
So
Yeah, keep it up, dude.
I'll be doing this for a while, and I'll catch you on your famous Instagram. Your Hobby Vices on Instagram and Twitter,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. And
Anywhere
Facebook
else? You got a OnlyFans you want to plug or
and
anything?
hobbyvices.org. I have a website.
You do? How did I not know that?
It's just a blog. It's not anything special.
Okay, but still, I didn't know that. I usually step by and check everyone's stuff out. I check all the blogs because the little quirky, like back in the day when you have a little blog when someone had it, I was still used to that, so
Yeah,
I still go check
yeah,
blogs. What are they writing about and everything?
right.
All
That's
right,
what it is.
you guys have a good night. Thanks for joining us, and I will talk to you.